We are.
We are.
Yes.
But all of us with the cutics.
Yes. Blue and reds.
Yeah.
Right? Red is my forever color. You know? I will never betray you. Anyway.
So
You have to get
we are back with our topics, our opinions, and we love hearing what you guys have to say about the different topics that we bring to the table. And you know how to get that to us, which is our Instagram page, KC2 Online. And guys, you realized we reached 30,000.
Yeah,
followers.
30.1K.
Yeah. So let's dive right into the topic. So today's topic is. Do you want to say it?
Of course. But one thing I know about this topic is I am so not in for it. Would you quit?
Would you delete your
Social media
for a healthy relationship?
Never.
Yeah, so
It depends on what you posted, though.
Hey.
Really. If you used to post maybe your ex, then you have to officially delete that. Because then it's a done deal.
There is no depending. We are just saying
you have to
deleting
depend,
your
my
social.
friends.
It is us who provided the topic. Would you be able to delete your social media like completely for a healthy relationship? There is no bats. There is no what you post. Just completely you deleting.
I wouldn't.
Can you do it?
No, never, never. Because this social media, you think
became
it's just
a
social media.
Hey, we all
Never.
are an addict.
You either want it or you leave me. Because, let me tell you, I'm not going to give up social media because then you're giving me, it's like you're giving me rules and regulations to go by so that we can have a healthy relationship. Why?
But you know it happens.
No. Because, trust me, if you love me for who I am, then you're going to have to appreciate and love what I love.
Sometimes social media can be toxic to your relationship.
That's the thing I told you. It depends on the kind of social media you're using. If you're using Instagram for your own personal growth, like as a blog, or you're using it as
Depends on what you
digital
call
marketing.
growth.
Like you help people. You know, there's some people who go on Instagram and give tips of marriage. They give tips on how to cook. They give tips on how to be in a good relationship. So you want me to delete and then social media? As much as people
it's not
think
even
it's bad.
about your own personal account, what you post,
It's
what
about
you see.
what you see and how much time you spend on your
how much
social
time
media.
you spend on social media, how it's affecting you as an individual, and also your ability to be sane in your relationship.
Exactly.
It's not nothing. Actually, it's very little related to what you post and what you put on your social media. It's actually what you view, what other people post. The fact that you can see someone with another person, a couple together, and you're like,
You
why
want to
don't we
imitate
have this?
what they have and
So
everything. And
that is
sometimes
what we're saying.
It depends on the
something
people
before
and their own thinking.
Okay.
Sibyo, it depends on the person and their own thinking. If for me, in my own personal opinion, I wouldn't really refuse. I wouldn't delete my social media or go off all my social media accounts or even stop going on social media for a healthy relationship. That's not it. Because it depends on how you think. Because if you go there to compete, then really I have no say for you. But if you go there because you want to enjoy it's news, it's the new market. So I really don't see how social media is bad and why I would stop it for a healthy relationship.
Now let me tell you something. There is, when Instagram and Facebook were not working for like 6 hours, you remember what happened? People started celebrating, they started, when it came back to life, they started posting and they were like, maybe this was the real time that gave some people to sit back and relax and think for themselves and know that life is not all about social media. And sometimes here, what I mean is I cannot be the first one who tells a guy that you should delete all your social media platforms. But sometimes you find that a person is too addicted to their social media platforms. You find like every time, even when you're, let's just give an example. If I am with my boyfriend, all the time he's just checking his phone, WhatsApping, Instagramming, seeing what's, been happening. Sometimes you find it to be uncomfortable in a way. So for me, I wouldn't tell a guy to do so. And if a guy tells me to do so, I would just think about it. It's a two-way thing. I can go off it and I cannot go off it depending on how he is just telling me about it. But me getting off social media isn't a big deal. I can do that for a healthy relationship.
You would get off your
Forever.
Yes.
Madam,
Let me tell you something. Okay, it might be crazy, but let me tell you, Tina, and you know that these experiences happen. Maybe social media is an example that we gave, but sometimes a guy, if you're in a relationship, a guy can tell you to give up a thing that you love, and you do it for him, don't you?
Of course you can.
For him, will he give up everything he loves?
Sometimes you tell him and he gives up
has to be
on them
mutual.
because it has to be mutual.
Let me tell
Depending on how much this thing is affecting the relationship. I want you guys to look at it at this angle. Not a guy is going to wake up one morning and says, you know what, Tina, without affecting him or whatever. He says, you know, if he says it, maybe he's crazy. But sometimes he asks you to give up a thing because it's affecting you too in a way.
Yeah, I get that. But let me tell you, I believe that personally, I wouldn't delete it completely. I would take time off it. And taking time off it in terms of, let's figure out why it's affecting our relationship. Not you giving me an ultimatum saying this has to stop in order for this to continue. I don't like such things because it's like you're putting me in a box.
That's a trading.
Exactly. Let's sit down and find common ground. And if it's affecting you, let me know how it's affecting you. Let me also look at myself and see if the things that I'm doing, is it right? Is it contributing to my relationship in a good or bad way, and is it my fault or he's just overreacting?
Yeah.
So you just need to sit down because sometimes, like Tracy said, you do need your social media for certain things. You never know, it might be your
Depending
platform.
on what you believe
Exactly. It might be your platform to make money. It might be a platform for where you can be able to inspire people.
Or even get joy from it. Some people
Exactly.
love to, make, have fun from, social media, what's been uploaded, and it makes them.
Exactly. But on the other hand, social media can be draining sometimes. Not even in terms of it affecting your relationship.
The likes of us who restarted the phone.
Hey, people threw their phones in water, in rice. My guys, did you experience
Did it happen in Dubai? But of course it happened.
blackout? She was in KG.
I did. I actually did, and I was like, "What is going on?" But it really didn't affect me. It
I
didn't affect
restarted
me.
my phone like 3
It
times.
was actually like
me.
a wake-up call. You simultaneously or unconsciously just keep jumping in between social medias and different apps, and you're like, so every time I kept going to Instagram, it's not even something that I would think about. It's just you're from Snapchat, you go to Instagram, like, oh crap, it's not working. So you were limited to a few amounts of apps.
I think I just used Netflix in that time. I was just like, let me use Netflix, and all that will be just gone.
And it's definitely,
And then,
yeah, and you could see how everyone was tweeting about the fact that, sometimes you just need a little break. Just a little break to breathe, because these things can be toxic.
Exactly.
You're constantly checking out people's lives. You're constantly checking out different designs, how you want your life to be. And you need to start living in the moment sometimes. So it was some sort of wake-up call. And I can say I wouldn't delete my social media for a healthy relationship, but I can definitely reduce the amount of time I spend on it to build a good relationship with my partner, and I can change the way I use it just to at least make him feel secure, make myself a better person, because if it's definitely affecting the relationship, then it's also affecting me.
Yeah.
So that is what I would do.
Yeah, I would delete it depending on the reason. Sometimes he has a valid reason why he's telling you to do so. It would depend on the reason that he has.
But that's okay, but it shouldn't be forever. I don't even get how it can be forever.
Well,
I
when
don't
you are just
understand.
addicted.
Let me tell you, I'm not addicted. I'm just this type of person who believes that social media can be something that is constructive in society, something that can help you in society, something that can help you become even better person, even richer, because some influencers out there make a lot of money, So there is no way in this world you will just come and tell me, delete your social media or this and this. But I like how you put it. Maybe that makes sense. If you're addicted, then that's a problem. But if it's social media, then I don't see why someone come and tell you, go, don't post or don't do this, for us to have a healthy relationship.
That is not.
But you made sense when you say that if you're addicted to social media all the time, you're on your phone.
Even when you're
It happens.
There's some people who are addicted to Netflix as well, and they're what do they call those?
That's actually
AirPods.
social media as well. It
AirPods.
applies to that.
Yes. Like you find you're sitting with people and you're
And then
talking,
you go
you
to-
think you
exactly.
understand
In fact, we should have brought that
conversation,
up.
And then some people are just watching movies as you're talking
Do
with
you
them.
want to embarrass me like?
Yes. Maybe you will stop. If you're
Let's
talking,
talk
we're
about that
talking.
actually.
Let's talk about that, but I'll also bring a point that we talk about. It's
What?
okay.
So let's talk
She was a
about
talk, eh?
living in the moment.
Right.
Why can we be with people and someone decides to open their phone and watch a movie?
movies.
Or listen to songs, it happens.
Get
or
away.
Or listen to music or whatever.
Or
So,
she's always on a call. Like Gasero is always picking up calls.
Yeah,
Every
but it's
time.
understandable.
It's understandable.
You realize it's
Because
understandable.
2 seconds cannot pass without Tracy just picking up her call.
It's
so tell
okay.
us about you. Why does it happen?
Why do you ignore people? I swear, I know
me
men
and
and
Yvonne.
Uziko, some people are just like that, you know.
You don't say it's just like that.
Right? Tell us
personally,
you.
Why does it happen for
No,
you?
I'm just saying, I just don't
Hey,
want to talk about
hey.
it.
Talk about it.
You guys, let me tell you about this,
Be
this
a big
beautiful lady.
person and tell us.
Tell us.
Tina, let me tell you. Sometimes, Hariji, hey, you're, man, I don't know how to put
Explain.
this.
You're trying.
But
try.
let me tell you, sometimes maybe a person is, you know, you bring up some conversations and a person doesn't feel fit in that conversation.
That's why.
Then you just find yourself using your phone, or you were watching maybe a movie. Let me just give an
That's
example.
rude.
It's rude, I know,
Then
but
why
it
do you
happens.
keep doing it? At least excuse
Don't look
yourself.
at me like that.
Nothing.
So let's give advice to people who do that. My advice, or what I think, my opinion, is that instead of being rude and out of the blue, just pull out your phone and start watching a movie whilst you're in a conversation.
Right?
Inform the person that that's not where you fit in, that's not your place of interest, you don't even have, so you can't relate. So let us know, and then we can change the topic up with you. We make you feel uncomfortable, one, we make you feel left out, because it's not our intention, and we can never know to change something if we don't even know where the problem is. So help us help you. Yeah.
I was saying that we only focused on the social media part, but I want us to focus on, life in general. What happens if your partner tells you, I don't like how you dress, I don't like how you talk to people, I don't like your friends, we also talked about it.
That's constructive.
Chill.
I am just saying, let's tackle everything, like, whatever happens
if
in
your
life.
partner refuses you to do something?
In life,
In
maybe
life.
you post.
It hurts.
Wait. It happens. Maybe your partner, you probably took some pictures and he's like, you shouldn't maybe post this because it's a bit like this. When for you feel like
you're
it's
his
okay.
property.
Can we talk about it? Tell me what you think.
Jared, I have no idea what I think. Let me see.
You better think.
I can say it definitely depends on what he's refusing me to do or what his opinion about what I'm doing is.
I don't think it depends on anything.
I know, Josie. I think I feel the same way, but there's some things that sometimes you do, and then later on you're like, okay, he was probably right, but he shouldn't tell me he doesn't want me to do this. He should talk to me about it.
Should not be something
yes,
that he
it
says
shouldn't
as
be an
an order.
ultimatum. I hate those because you can't refuse. I am my own person, and even though we're together, does not mean you have authority over me like that. Now you are my father. You birthed me. You are the one who has authority over me. We are in a relationship. I value your opinion. You value mine. So it should be an understanding.
Exactly.
We should talk about it. We see why this and this is not okay. Probably if I take a picture and I'm wearing probably shorts, I post it on Instagram.
He's this is not.
Yeah, but let me first give like some context. I'm probably a journalist, and then I might end up wanting to be in high-end places in my future, in professionally. And he's like, okay, babe, this is a nice picture, but in terms of your professional career, someone might fall on this and use this against you if you're looking for something. I would feel like you should post this on media platforms that can't reach professional people, and that is understanding. Then you put that down, because sometimes you would have posted it and you didn't think about it, and he helps you get to that place, and you're like, okay, this is right, let me remove it. But if he comes and tells you, I don't want this picture because please, you're tempting other guys, and then you're like, wait, you should be secure enough to know I'm yours solely, And so this is for my own pleasure. I like this picture. That is why I'm posting it. Does not mean that I'm trying to tempt other guys. And this is why it causes a lot of things. It brings about different issues and trust issues. So my opinion is that we should talk about something that you don't like, and we discuss it, and we see different ways of how we can rearrange things instead of giving me an ultimatum saying I don't want this because of this and this and this. It shouldn't be a must. That is where authority comes in. You feel like you are superior to your girlfriend, to your wife, to your fiance, and they feel under you when a relationship is supposed to have equality.
Mama, speak. You have the lot of
I have
words.
nothing to say anyway.
You do.
I think that's the end of the
It's
opinion.
not.
Yeah.
We have comments
Let's
here.
actually read the comments.
So tell us.
Let me tell you what I think.
Tell us.
Here is one thing. I believe that if you give a person the power to like maybe see that if he says something and you go by it, he will think that it's just something normal. He will just even use it against you when something is not even worth it. So here's what I think. I am so sorry, but for me to trend or dress the other way around, or like he doesn't like my dreads, I should remove them, man, for me it would be an issue because I wouldn't do it. Not even, I don't know, maybe if I have fallen for you and then I do it because I know that I'm doing it for myself, not for you. I swear I wouldn't change a thing for a guy. I am so sorry. But I wouldn't.
Like nothing. No condition.
Unless there's some ways a guy comes, he speaks with you and he's like, you see this. If it's a conversation, Nabgo, it depends. But I tell you, I mean, sometimes it happens. You meet a guy when like you're used to wear pants and you have your hair, and he's like, you know what? Because of my religion or because of this and this, you should, probably start wearing skirts. You should cut your hair and whatever.
Let's keep walking. You phone me like this.
I swear I wouldn't change for a guy. I'm so sorry. What Mugani Tracy said, if he falls for you, he's falling for who he is saying, who is you, then man, I shouldn't change anything for you. I am sorry.
Yes. So let's read some of the comments that we had for this opinion poll topic. So Bobby says, yes, regarding the question of would you delete your social media for a healthy relationship? And then who else gave us a response? Rosine says, yes, it can. It depends on how your situation is. And then Sweet Kendra says, jamais.
Jamais is never.
Never.
I can't.
Okay. So Manzi says, no way. And then
Tracy.
Then Jamal Uwase says no. Then a platform KWP250 says yeah. Then Isimbi Rujema says no way. And then a Queen Blazia says no. And then let's see other responses. Yes, so I think that's it for our people. Champ Masanga says no way. It's your girl Tanya says no way. And then last but not least, Ineza Merci says no, exactly, because we knew each other while I was having my social media platforms. Yes.
That is so rude.
That's real.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew me when I had social media. You used to stalk me, you used to like my pictures, and now here you are telling me delete your.
Okay, Mama. Okay.
Let's head off to the next part of the show.
Yes, that was our opinion poll. I hope you enjoyed the topic, the different opinions that we had, and those that pitched in through our social media platforms. You can keep doing so
much.
through our Instagram handles, either us individually or our family Instagram, KC2 Online. And yes, let's keep those opinions coming through.
All right, let's go
to the morning breakfast spot.